All right. So welcome to the call. Tonight we're going to have Jericho speaking. We're super duper excited. She's going to be jumping on about 7:15. She has to get home, take care of her baby, and then she'll jump on. So the beginning of the call, we thought it might be fun and interesting to show you how we ended up with 256 Success Club points.
46.
Well, how many? Sorry.
246.
246. So not 250, excuse me. So 246 points. That was with 21-day fix. The next one that came out was PIO. We had a $10,000 week.
$15,000 week.
Okay, $15,000 week with PIO coming out. So it can be really cool what you can do with a launch, like with just one product. Like you could have crazy things happen. And so since this is being recorded, I guess we should throw in that, we can't guarantee, Beachbody doesn't guarantee any kind of income or anything like that, but we can tell you what we did, and we really didn't do anything special. So we wanted to share 5 tips with you about how to launch, and then hopefully that'll last about 15 minutes. Jericho will hop on, and she'll be talking about core to force and kind of her experience as a new mom and going right into a workout program.
Can I also add, with these 5 tips, you'll be getting ready for the launch before the day of the launch. Our very first, I shouldn't say that. Our very first launch was actually Les Mills Pump. But our second launch was our bigger launch. It was P90X3. And we had learned a little bit, and we had done the tips that Kaylee's going to share with you. And we were in New York City for Christmas when it launched. And we were out and about and just getting those. So this is an awesome setup. So you can be doing something else and still reaching out to people.
Yeah. All right. So the first thing, so again, like she mentioned, this is all stuff that you can do right now. When we found out Joel and Jericho were at Summit last year, we were very proactive because we've seen what launches can do. We started a list right then and there. Joel and Jericho have joined Beachbody. If you want to know what they're up to, sign up for our email list. So we've always been very, proactive. And now we know what their workout is. We kind of know a little bit about it. We have those tools, so now is the time to start sharing about it. So like we did a year ago, we were excited that Joel and Jericho were back. So we created excitement and value. We were like, you know them from Les Mills Pump. You know them from Combat. They are amazing. You love them. And we started collecting emails just based on the fact that they were Joel and Jericho. So now that we know it's core to force, we want to focus on the excitement and the value. So when you're thinking about your post, we recommend right now, it comes out in November, so we're a couple months out, doing one post per every 7 to 10 days to really create that excitement and that value. And as it gets closer, you might do a post every 4 to 6 days. And the way that we kind of create that excitement, we don't just pull down like a logo, a stock image, or anything like that. We tell people why we're excited. We tell people, this is what this program is all about. I'm super excited about it because it's the only thing, out there that's mixed martial arts. I love these 2 trainers. We build that excitement and we tell them why we're excited. And we also build value in each post that we do as well. You can have, access to this amazing challenge. We're all going to start together. We're going to have this amazing group. We're going to have prizes. Figure out if you want to offer an incentive or a meal plan. So one of the things that we do for our team, so all of y'all, you can join our big group. So we'll host a big fancy core to force group that you can join. And it'll be around the holidays. So figure out what it is that you want to give to your clients just a little bit extra. Maybe it's just that group. Maybe you work with them to figure out a meal plan, or we'll do a prize for the biggest loser. You can also create a one-on-one time to go over the nutrition guide with them, because they probably, don't understand the nutrition guide as well as you do. So you can schedule a time to talk to them about it as well. So think about what you can do to offer value when it comes out, because that's going to get them really excited. Again, we do a post every 7 to 10 days, and we share why we're excited about it. So it could be a picture just of a sweaty workout picture, and just, hey, I worked out to size today, but I'm super excited for core to force coming out because blah, blah, blah. And then we'll move on to our second point, which is have a place to direct them to. You're going to be like, I worked out today, but I'm really excited about this workout because here's how you get more access. This is how you get your sneak peek in October when it's on Beachbody On Demand. So, Mom, you want to talk about that part? You don't have to. You're muted. There you go. You're unmuted.
I'm sorry. I was going through and muting people for you.
Oh, okay.
So can you keep going?
Yes, okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Number 2 is have a place to direct them. So that's your next piece. So you're going to talk it up. You're going to get people excited because of your excitement. You're going to build that value. And then you're going to let them know, like, hey, this is the next step. And, when I say, going back to number 1, when I say create excitement, you're going to, like, be telling your friends locally. You're going to be getting referrals. Like, it needs to be huge. That way, when you get into that next piece to have a place to direct them, you have a whole lot of people going there. So we use an email service. We actually have BombBomb. It's a auto responder kind of email. But one of the cheaper ones, we got that like years ago when Les Mills Pump and P90X was coming out, and it was super cheap. So now what we would recommend, because they've went up in their prices, is Aweber, which is AWEBER.com. And it's an email service. So you can set up a form right there that'll have, like, you set up your email list, you call it Core to Force, you set up a form, and you can say, hey, I'm so excited about Core to Force. Leave your name and your email below, and I'll send you an email as soon as it comes out. Or as soon as that sneak peek's up on Beachbody On Demand, I'm going to email you and let you know. So create a way for them to get to that next step. And the email service is really nice because it's collecting all of those things for you with that form. So when it does come out, all you have to do is say, all right, I need to send the links in this email to my Core to Force list, and then you're done. Like, that was why we were able to be in New York when P90X3 came out and have a really big week, because all we had done was had that list, and we decided to say, all right, send it to this list. But if you don't have an email service, I think Aweber is $20 a month. You can use Google Forms. So that would be really, it's $30 a month. Thank you. So it is kind of pricey. It's an investment. So if you're not really ready for that, I would suggest doing a Google form. That's free. You can go to Google Drive and pull it up, and you can create a form, and you can get emails through that form, put them in a spreadsheet. It'll look like what we did for our tinyurl.com / Ask Jericho or Ask Joel. You can set up a tiny URL just like that. You can have it go to a Google form, and then on the back end, you'll have a spreadsheet with all of the names and all of the emails. That way, all you have to do is copy and paste that list into an email, and you can send them all the list. So if you decide to go that route, I would recommend when you create the email, set it up as a BCC versus like 2 and then like 1,000 emails. So have a place to direct them. The next thing, once you have that list, figure out how you can use it on Facebook ads. I'm going to keep it really short because I see Jericho there. Yay! We were just showing them how to launch the product because, I was like, what can we fill in with? So but definitely do Facebook ads. It'll help. Number 4, let time work for you. We have until November. So offer value now, and then when it gets time to order, they'll be biting at the bit. So create that value, go back to number 1, figure out what it is that you can offer them. Maybe you're doing free groups and building your list that way. And then that way you have plenty of time to really build up your list. When we started, we didn't have anybody on our list. And then Les Mills Pump, I think we had 6 people. Then we started planning bigger. P90X had like 300. 21 Day Fix had 900. And right now, at this moment, we have 300 people on our Core to Force list to buy. And it's, just right now, like we have until November. So let time work for you. Build that value, create that excitement. And then once you have people on your list and you're talking to them, go ahead and give them a plan for right now. Maybe it's a free meal plan, or maybe it's that they get on the 21 Day Fix so that way they can get ready for Core to Force. Whatever it is, figure out what they can be doing right now so that way when they're ready for the program in November. Some people will buy a program now and the challenge pack in November. So that's kind of a neat way to go from client to coach as well. So those are our little tips. I just wanted to run through it really quick because we have our celebrity trainer guest. So sweet. She drove through so much traffic. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I made it.
So thank you. So I'm going to turn it over to Jericho. Just thanks for being on. And
thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, we had a crazy day at the office. So right now, I don't know if I'm sure you've probably seen a few things on Facebook, but they have just kind of solidified the coach test group for quarter 4. So I don't know if there's anyone on this call that's made it into the group, but it seems like it's a pretty big test group. It's 60 people. Yeah, and I had no idea behind the scenes how many things go into how people are selected, but I know they were really going for some big success stories. But I'm happy to report I found out today there's almost every woman that's in the group is a mom, and I think that is so cool. And I think at least 3 of them are breastfeeding moms, so I think that's really, really cool that we have some awesome mom power in this coach test group. So they're, I believe, kicking that off on Monday, and Joel and I have been working really hard to create 2 more workouts that are going to be added to everyone that unlocks Tour de Force on VOD. So we're going to be shooting those just in a couple weeks from now, and so we've been, up to our eyes in rehearsals and getting ready for those. So I was like, oh my gosh, look at the time, and traffic in LA is crazy.
Yeah.
Still getting used to it. I haven't lived here for that long. So we only live 7.5 miles from Beachbody headquarters, and it takes me sometimes an hour to get home, which is just doesn't make sense. But anyway, I'm here now, and I'm excited to be on the call with you guys. So thank you for having me.
Oh, yes. Thank you for jumping on. I know it was crazy, and now you got other calls. So we're very, thankful that you got on.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I was
oh, no.
The rest of you guys, I don't know if Kaylee told you before, but I was like, what's going on with the time zones? Hang on a second. I'm trying to do the math in my head. And I didn't realize until just a couple hours ago that I had 2 calls this evening, and I'm just starting to get excited and getting all the calls with you guys. So love being here, and I'm excited to answer your questions.
Well, thank you. So are you okay? Like if we've asked some people, we asked both teams. You actually have 2 teams on tonight. We asked everybody to kind of submit questions based on, what they wanted to know and everything. So is that okay with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, perfect. So the
first, if I could just have you hold one quick second. I think my baby just walked in the door so I just need to tell them that I'm here and let them know.
I guess if anybody has questions on the launch part, you can post them in Sweat Nation after this call or anything like that. We're more than happy to help with any of that stuff.
Yeah. I was just going to say a lot of coaches use MailChimp, so just be careful with MailChimp. They aren't real supportive of multi-level marketing companies.
Yeah. Another one that you can use that's free.
Aww. I'm going to say that really quick. He was here.
What a cutie.
Say hi, everybody. Say hi.
He's so cute.
Off really quick, but they snuck in, and I heard them come in, so I just wanted to say okay, thanks, Olivia. All right, so I'm ready for your questions.
Okay. So one of the very first one was, we know this took, we talked to Joel 2 weeks ago, and he was saying it took 18 months to get this all rolling and everything. And I know a lot of times coaches have questions just a month, 2, month 3, why am I not doing well? What is going on? Why isn't this where I should be? So do you have any tips about how you stayed excited while you were in the nitty gritty and the rehearsals and all of that?
Yeah, you know what? Oh my gosh, my experience I think was just different. It was very obviously different than Joel's. I was a brand new mom, and when we started making this program, I was still very pregnant. So I really didn't know how it was going to go. It was almost like an experiment because I didn't know how to project, how it would feel and, how fast my body was going to react. I mean, what you go through, obviously, as you know, as a new mom is physically what we go through is just so incredible. So for me, I think for those of you that are moms that have been through the experience of pregnancy and trying to get back in shape afterwards, I would like to say, obviously, this experience was not a normal one. You don't, the everyday person isn't just right into making a new home workout program. So I will say that, it's hard work for anyone, for any fitness level, for anyone getting right into a new workout program or to make the decision to become healthier and to change your life with fitness. it's not a quick fix, right? We all know that. So, my whole thing is being realistic with it. So many people get discouraged and get down on themselves when they don't see really fast results. And, I experienced a little bit of that even with this program. I've been in a place where, for me, before I became a mom, it was, it's kind of like all about me, right? All I have to do is dial in my nutrition, and I have all the time in the world to work out. And, it wasn't that hard to get results quickly. And when my reality is much different now, and I have someone else to think of first. So for me, that was a new thing. And it's being patient with yourself and understanding that, we just put so much pressure on ourselves to look a certain way. And I think that, especially from my point of view and what I experienced in this last year, I think it's, we need to take a step back and remember what our priorities are. And for me, my experience with this program was incredible in that I was balancing a lot while I was creating it, rehearsing it, shooting it. And I got super, super fit, where I was still breastfeeding, and I still am breastfeeding. My son is a little over 13 months old. So we're starting to wean him and all that. But my focus was less on my body fat percentage, and it was more on, oh my gosh, like, look how strong and athletic and fit I am as a new mom, and I'm able to still provide, food for my baby and, do all this at the same time. So, it's just, I guess, appreciating how hard we work and, giving yourself a pat on the back. Don't be too hard on yourself if you miss a workout or if you are not seeing the results as fast as possible, because I think just a lot of us get wrapped up in the pressure that society puts on us for looking a certain way in a certain amount of time. And look, there's no short, quick fix. You have to put in the time and effort. And then everyone's personal circumstances are different. So, my results and your results are not going to be the same doing the same workouts and eating on the same fitness plan. So I think it's just, loving yourself, being really appreciative of what your body's capable of, and being thankful for, being able to do these workouts and just be patient,
Yeah, definitely.
Positive. Be patient and positive. So
I've had some new moms just recently, and it's just amazing, like, how fast they've been able to, like, jump back into stuff. And I'm not a mom, so I'm just like amazed by y'all. So.
Yeah. It's a whole nother, really awesome reality, but it's different.
Somebody else, this kind of goes along with the breastfeeding. They asked, like, were you comfortable with Shakeology while, you were breastfeeding? Is that something that you would recommend or be okay with personally when you were doing the program?
Right. So here's the thing. When it comes to drinking Shakeology every day, and I think that Shakeology is such an amazing, product. For me personally, I didn't drink it every single day because I'm a healthy person, and it's not so hard for me to make real healthy food for myself and my family. I love cooking. So when I can make whole foods for myself, I would rather get that than, adding a supplement in. I was also, and I still am, taking prenatal vitamins. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to, on a daily basis, kind of overload my system with that many dense nutrients. Certain things like vitamin A, certain things can be like a little bit too much. And I did speak to my doctor about it. So of course that's something that needs to be done. But at the same time, if you think about, is it better to put Shakeology in your body or fast food or something that's not so awesome? It's a very easy answer. And the answer is yeah. And so for me, Shakeology, totally fine. Personally, I didn't drink it every single day. But I think that, not breastfeeding, it is something that would be really great to incorporate every single day, especially if you're not getting, all of your dense nutrition in. Yeah. Help you fuel your workouts and just your everyday stuff.
Yeah. Another one we had was they had just had a C-section. Most worry. Sorry, I just need to read it. I suppose I was trying to, go with the flow. But most moms worry about the intensity of their workout affecting their milk supply. Was that a problem? And would you recommend this workout for postpartum mothers?
Yeah. So, again, I do think just after starting to now connect with so many different moms, everyone's individual experience is so different. So for me, these workouts, they're as intense as you make them. And I love working out really hard. And of course, it was important for me to work out at my maximum effort and intensity because, when we're teaching and during filming, we're talking over the workouts. My personal style is I like to lead by example physically and not just, take a break and tell everyone like, give it everything you've got. It's like, I want to be in it with you guys. And so with rehearsals and all the workouts leading up to filming, for me, the workouts were pretty extreme and, I was ravenous, I was eating from the nutrition plan and I actually did tried a couple of the different calorie brackets that you see in the nutrition guide. And for me, physically to feel my best, I needed to be at least 1,800. I didn't want to try to go below 1,500 just because, from what my doctor told me and from the experience that I've heard of others and the research that I did, 1,500, as a breastfeeding mom, you don't really want to go below that if you don't want to put your milk supply in danger. There are other things that you can do to supplement, adding fenugreek and things like oatmeal. But I think that it depends on the person. I would say that, for me, I didn't experience a crazy dip in my milk supply. I was pumping a lot. I was driving my pump to the office and pumping every 3 hours. It was really funny, actually. And when we got into rehearsals with the cast and then also filming, they gave us the schedule and they put a pump break in for me, right? So we had these long filming days that was 12 or 14 days that we had on set and we were off site and you guys, it was crazy. It was really talented. But they wrote in, like 12 to 12:30 trainer time for Jericho. And they called it trainer time, which was really funny. And, so I had pumping breaks, but pumping keeps your supply up, as a lot of you guys know. And so, I didn't really experience any problems with that. But I would say listen to your body. And to me, I think, breastfeeding is more important than, for those of you guys that want to do that, I think sticking with that. If you're noticing a dip in your milk supply, then, add a few more calories. Make sure you're really staying hydrated. Being hydrated makes a huge difference. But the intensity of the workouts per se, I don't think they would cause a big dip in your supply. So it's just calories in and calories out there.
Gotcha. Okay, that's like perfect. I know that helps a lot of people because they're, we have so many extreme workouts in the catalog and it's like, oh, I just don't know. So
they do. Yeah. I think a lot of people are afraid of their milk supply dropping from workouts. And I would say, don't worry as much about the workouts as you worry about what you're putting in your body. So staying hydrated and making sure you're getting really great nutrition. And that should keep your supply up. And then if you are seeing a little bit of trouble, for whatever reason, think about adding in some really good milk boosting things. Like I said, like oatmeal, eating oatmeal in the mornings is really good. And you could possibly add something like fenugreek, which is what is in mother's milk tea.
Oh, okay. Cool. Thank you. So we got another mama question. You were like just awesome, like whatever, like what you were talking about at Summit, just really representing like real moms. It's just really touched a lot of us. So one of the other questions was, is this going to be like, I know it's like a core workout. So is this going to be good if you have, let's see if I can say it right. Like yes, thank you.
Absolutely. And it's, gosh, there's like, it's kind of a crazy coincidence. It's like, I remember sitting in the office, in a meeting with Carl when I think I was like 4 days overdue or 5. I was huge. Like he even made a joke. He said something about like, should we address the elephant in the room? And like everyone's laughing. Just I'm kind of going back here, just thinking about the question because I know it's coming. But we created a program, and I was, they brought me on this like crazy pregnant girl to make this program that's all about redefining your core, and help you, shape your six pack and everything. So, and then here I am in the back of my mind going like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm gonna be nuts, but I'm in it. Let's do this. There is there are a lot of women that experience this. So it's a separation of your rectus abdominis. And I actually have a little bit of it and underneath my belly button, that's where the biggest separation was for me. It's pulled apart. What we do in the workouts, everything that we do in terms of the combinations, the mixed martial arts combinations, so it's just simple kicks and punches that we put together. It's all based on amazing core rotation. So that is obviously like the number one focus that we had in creating this program. And we do a lot of stabilizing core exercises. We don't do a lot of traditional sit-ups. We didn't want to put that kind of stuff in the program, but we have lots of functional stuff like, planking exercises and plank variations. So yes, it absolutely is going to help you bring your core back together if you have any of that trouble. And if there are any of the moms on the call that have had that separation happen, just one little tip as a sideline is to try and stick with exercises. And you can Google the great exercises for your rectus abdominis, but try to focus on exercises that work the front of your core and not so much your obliques, because sometimes if you overwork your obliques, those are muscles that run along the sides. If you're doing a lot of the twisting and overwork the obliques, it can actually pull them apart even more. So if anything, if you're going to do any kind of work in your core, it's great to do things like the planking, holding the modified planks, rectus moves, anything going forward and back. So that's going to help pull things back together for you.
Okay. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So I know we're really excited about that because, so many, you hear about core, anything like abs and on the floor. So that's super awesome. I know we've heard a little bit about the success stories, there's a couple before and after. So we were wondering if there was anything that you could tell us about some of the results, mentally and physically, your own, or just somebody that you've been working with.
Yeah, absolutely. I think just in terms of our test group that we did at Beachbody headquarters, so we had two test groups. We had 20 to 25 people in our morning and then the same in our evening test group. So Joel and I were teaching 2 workouts a day for 3 months straight, because we had a chunk of them go through, and they were our 30 days, and we had some stay for 60 and some stay for 90. And some of the transformations we saw were absolutely incredible. Obviously, physically speaking, you guys saw a few of those in the sizzle reel that you saw at Summit, and you've seen floating on Facebook. So there were some really incredible results in 30 days, but of course, the best results, are people that continued on and stayed with the nutrition and stayed with the workouts. And just overall fitness, incredible. Obviously, you see a lot of great work in the core, but just shredding, a lot of shredding going on. The thing that I love the most, though, is how people felt afterwards. And just there's one guy, you'll see, his name is Glenn. He's a chef, and he works at a really amazing restaurant in Santa Monica. But we had this guy walk in, and I don't have all the numbers of what he weighed before, but he lost over 60 pounds.
Wow.
And he was one of our 90-day guys. But the thing that was really cool with him is just how much his confidence grew. He started off in the very back row of the test group, and he's really quiet. And as the test group and the weeks went by, you saw him start to move closer to the front of the room. And then you saw him starting to challenge the other guys in the room. They would jump up. We have these moves where you jump to the side and jump up. Lateral vertical jumps is one of the conditioning spikes. Mm-hmm. And he was challenging the guys next to him, who can jump higher. He was just talking about how it really improved his relationship with his wife, and he got his wife working out, and they were in a slump. And so overall, I think my favorite, just overall, success stories from our test group is just how it changed people, emotionally.
Yeah.
And how they felt better about themselves. They had so much more confidence and just were overall seemed so much happier. So it's a neat thing when someone feels inspired to change their life and not just do a program for a set amount of time, 30 days. And then it's I did that challenge. Now I'm going to go back to what I was eating before and how I was living my life. Yeah. It was really awesome to see, how invested people got in making a lifelong change. So
awesome.
yeah.
Y'all better just hold on, because y'all are going to have like so many people. Like Mom and I have talked about it. Just like, you know, you're going to help so many people. It's going to be, we're really excited for both of y'all.
Thank you.
That's just one of the, you know, first test groups, you know, it's just the beginning.
Yeah, awesome.
We have one last one that people submitted beforehand, and they wanted to know, what supplements do you think are best with the program if someone's on a budget? Because, you know, we have so many. And so what would you recommend? Yes.
Oh, I feel like I'm not the best person to ask about supplements, because again, I try to not, there's so many bad ones out there. They're just full of like artificial sweeteners and not so great stuff. So to be honest, if you can, Joel's a little bit more of a supplement guy than I am. I will say, I know the Beachbody Performance line it's pricey if you're on a budget. Absolutely. It is. They're very clean. And that's why, like, just like Shakeology, you're putting really great things into your body. So that's why the price tag goes along with it. So for me, supplements, to be honest, I don't really I take a prenatal vitamin, a really good, organic plant-based prenatal vitamin. And I don't really take anything besides that. So I'm sorry, I can't really answer that one for you.
I think that's a really good answer anyways. Because I mean, if somebody's on a budget, it's nice to know that you can, you know, you can find, you know, healthy foods and fuel your body that way. So
yeah, and the thing about it is, and I don't want to knock supplements at all, because there are some good ones out there, besides the Beachbody Performance line. But it's just almost like, I don't want to say that supplements are like fast food in any way, but it's like, you know, fast food it's cheap and it's like the fastest thing you can put in your body, but it's also like the worst thing you can put in your body. So
yeah,
you kind of look at a lot of the supplements that are out there the same way. A lot of them are that way. It's like, you know, they're quick and it's maybe more affordable, but what are you actually putting in your body? So I just want to encourage everyone to be mindful of how you're fueling your body. If you look at what you put in your body as actual fuel and not just, calories.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really important.
On the supplement thing, I'll chime in here. Like, I always felt like, say I was doing pump, and I really wanted to get some definition and tone. I don't necessarily have to take all those supplements as long as I'm eating a balanced diet.
Yes. I mean, I absolutely believe that you can find everything that you need in Whole Foods. So if you can, and you know what, our nutrition guides are awesome. You know, as far as we're incorporating the container systems into all of the programs. And I love that about Core to Force. We're giving you the color-coded guide. For those people that choose to upgrade to the deluxe, you get the containers, you know, if you don't already have them, along with an agility ladder and some more workouts. But I think that there's so much, like, it's there for you in the guide. It tells you what foods to eat and how, like, some great recipes for them. Obviously, Fixate, the cookbook came out, and now Autumn's got that awesome new cooking show. So there's so many awesome resources. And just, you know, it takes a little bit of time, but meal prepping goes such a long way. And if you can meal prep, you know, with your families on the weekends, it's just about being prepared, you know, and not being in a position where you're like, oh, I don't have anything to eat. Let me just like eat this protein bar. You know, it happens. It's life. So in those instances, you know, do what you've got to do, keep it as healthy as possible. But if you can, try and get some clean, whole food in your body. And that's my opinion on it.
Well,
so
it's good to know, because I mean, I just admire, you know, how well you work out and how intense you go. So it helps me know that I don't have to sit there and go, okay, I need my creatine or I need my whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Thank you. No, yeah. I think that, you know, for super hard workouts, I mean, hydration is super important, but also, yeah, if you go really hard and you feel like, you can't get to like a chicken breast, a quick protein shake is great, because it just goes right in. It goes straight to your muscles. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So I think, Kaylee, are you open for another couple of minutes in case we want to open it up for questions. Is that good or no?
Am I open?
Yeah.
I just looked at my clock and I have a call at 6 p.m. So I am totally good to go. So yeah, absolutely. Sorry. Yeah, you guys are on Central Time. So I'm probably good for probably another 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. Kaylee, are you good?
Yeah, I've hit on everybody's questions that, submitted them before. So like if anybody has any questions.
Yeah, if you guys have any specific questions about the program itself, about what the workouts are like, anything, just shoot them over. I'm just happy to answer.
Can I go?
Yeah.
Is that cool? First, thank you to the Sorries for allowing our team on the call. You guys rock. Jericho, quick question. I know you talk a lot about moms and relating to moms. I have a lot of people on my team who are not moms.
Yep.
Can you maybe touch on how this program can help other people too? Maybe,
oh my gosh.
Just dive into that a little.
This program, what I love most about it is, and a lot of people say, oh yeah, this program, anyone can do this program. It really is true. We have an awesome modifier on the program. What I love too about Core de Force is, mixed martial arts, cardio, kickboxing. It's still a very, very, big trend in the fitness world and the group fitness world. So, and that's my background and the world that I come from is group fitness. It's a very, very hot way to work out still. And it's a fun way to get in shape. So for millennials, for middle-aged people, men, women, we tried to create it in a way that, for one thing, and one of Carl's biggest things is he didn't want it to, and he kept calling it dancing. And I'm like, what does he mean by dancing? And that was choreographed. But he's like, I think the fact that Les Mills Combat was choreographed, and it was choreographed to the beat of the music, it was a little bit too sort of dancey for like guys to do. And for people that were not super coordinated, they had a harder time doing it. So this program is definitely very different in that there's music. I think there was a misconception because we said it's not choreographed to music, and then someone heard that at Summit and thought that there was no music behind it. There is music. It's just not to the beat. We're not asking you to punch on an 8 count. So for that, I think we're going to get a lot more guys in. It is more authentic. So we've brought in more authenticity to the mixed martial arts world, but it's not so authentic or so like hardcore in your face that women aren't going to want to do it. I think it's fun enough for millennials, like high school and college age people that are going to want to do it. So I think we did a really good job of kind of meeting in the middle and bringing all the elements together so that, physically speaking, from different fitness levels, people can do it, and then just different age groups and people that enjoy all different types of workouts will like it. So, cool. Yeah.
I am super excited. Somebody asked over there to the side that said, y'all explained it at Summit, but could you explain it again about how the actual workout set up, like in different rounds, and how long the rounds are?
Absolutely. So in a real fighting round, it's 3 minutes. So we use a 3-minute round as kind of a base. And what we do is we put together I'll start from the beginning. We do a little section at the very beginning of the workout called Learn It and Work It. So we break down all the techniques. So for example, in the first workout that you do, we teach you your boxing guard. We teach you your fighting stance. And then we break down the basic moves in the first workout. So if it's a jab or an uppercut or a hook, we give you an idea of how to execute those moves. We go through them. It's about 5 minutes. And then you start the first workout. So we got about a 2.5 minute warm up, just to get everything warm. And then we start our first 3-minute round. Within the round, you experience a 1-minute combination. So let's just say I actually taught MMA speed, which is the first MMA workout today. And I think it's a jab, cross, roll, roll. So you do just a couple of simple moves, jab, cross, and then your guard is up and you're rolling under, a boxing partner with mitts, and rolling to the back and rolling to the front. You do that for 60 seconds. So within that 60 seconds, and I'm teaching it, I'm taking the time to explain to you how to do it, where you should be feeling it. Obviously, as you do these workouts more, you can add speed, you can add power and all that. But you're there for 60 whole seconds. So it's a really good amount of time for people to feel successful. And then right when that 1 minute is up, you hit what we call a spike. So that's a high intensity conditioning spike with a simple athletic move that's going to jack your heart rate way up. So let's just say it's a high knee run, so your knees are up, you're skipping rope or whatever, 30 seconds at your all out intensity. Then the bell rings and you're going to hear, or actually maybe they did take out the bells. We filmed with bells, but 30 seconds is done. And then, so we're 1.5 minutes into the 3-minute round. We're halfway done. You're going to go back to the combination for 1 more minute, the same combination that you did. So it's jab, cross, roll, roll. So 2 things are happening now. 1, your heart rate is way up and you're sucking wind. But 2, you've already done this combination for a full minute. So you already know what you're doing. You're not having to think about like learning something new or what am I doing now? My brain's hurting. You're back into the same combination. So you're fatigued. Your focus now goes on how can I make the most out of this last minute that I'm in the combination. So we're reinforcing how to have great technique, how to get the best results. And then 1 minute's done, you have 1 more conditioning spike, so you go back to the high knee run. So within the 3 minutes, you're working as hard as you can for 1 minute, first learning the combination, then hitting your conditioning spike for 30 seconds as hard as you can, maximum intensity, back to your combination, the challenge really is to engage your core, maximize your core rotation, having awesome technique, and then finish the 3-minute round with your conditioning spike, just basically, as hard and fast as you can. Then the bell rings, ding, 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 and you get a 30-second break. Okay, so that's 1 round.
Wow. I feel like I need a 60-second break.
Are anywhere from 6 to 12 rounds. So you start with a 6-round workout. That's MMA speed. Then the next workout in the kit for the MMA workouts is MMA shred, and that's 9 rounds. And then you work your way up to 2 12-round workouts at the end. And then in the calendar, the workout calendar, you're alternating the MMA workouts with that 6 to 9 round round structure with a really awesome body weight workout. And then there's a plyometric workout. So they're still on the 3-minute round structure, but the moves are completely different. So you're not as much doing the kicking and punching stuff as you're doing like awesome MMA conditioning work. So that's kind of, and then we have some great core like stackers, so you can stack them on to the plyometric workout and the body weight workout.
Cool. My heart's beating so fast now. I'm just so excited.
Yeah, they're really fun. They go by fast. They're fun and they're challenging. But they're a blast.
I can't wait. Somebody else asked, you mentioned there's a moderator, but could you tell us a little bit about the moderator, fitness level, age?
Jessica?
Yeah.
So Jessica is
moderator. I'm sorry.
I know you meant. So Jessica Talby is her name. She's so awesome. She's actually a master trainer, and she worked with Turbo Kick, and I think she's works with Pio. But we kind of had to work with her a little bit just to get her technique a little bit more authentic, because she came from the Turbo world, and she just did such an incredible job. She really impressed us, and she did a beautiful job modifying the moves and just taking the impact out of the higher impact things that we did. And what I just found out today is she is now in our coach test group. So I'm really excited to see her, go through, 30, 60, or 90 days in the program and see how she does in the test group. But yeah, she was incredible. You guys are going to love her.
Oh, good.
Yeah, she's super relatable, and she's like smiling all the time, but she is working her butt off, and she's a total badass doing these moves. So she's awesome.
Cool. Well, thank you. We have one last one, I think. So for individuals who prefer lifting, how would this program blend with weightlifting programs, or does it, have enough body resistance? Like I know you mentioned there was a workout for that. So is it sufficient for that, or could you do a hybrid?
Yeah, you could absolutely do a hybrid. I was talking to my brother about that actually today, because So my brother is kind of like going through some awesome life transitions, and he's decided to get back into working out, and he loves P90X. He's like, oh, I want to try these workouts, but I'm like I need to put on muscle, and I'm thinking about doing Body Beast. So we're creating a little hybrid schedule for him with Body Beast right now, but it's something that you could absolutely put together. The body weight workouts that we do, they're tough, and it's pretty awesome what a cool workout you can get, and a solid workout you can get just using your own body weight. But depending on your goals, I would definitely recommend a hybrid workout schedule. Overall, I think Core to Force is more of a shredding program, so it leans people out. They lose body fat and see definition, but it doesn't mean that you can't add muscle. You definitely do add some good lean muscle doing the workouts.
That's awesome.
Stephanie's asking the same question I was going to ask. Can you share that hybrid once you get done with it?
I know they'll be coming up with something, so that would be up to our team at Beachbody, because they would probably be a little upset if we on our own. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be coming out, so we just have to be patient for it.
The calendar that comes with Core to Force, did you and Joel create that calendar to help us know? Or sometimes I wonder when I get those calendars, who came up with this calendar?
Yeah. We come up with it. We have a team at Beachbody that works alongside us to kind of give us feedback, and that's why we do the test groups as well. So we had a team of two, mainly one, but two other people that were kind of like bouncing our ideas off of and kind of trialing and testing it. So yeah, but it's Joel and I, this program from the ground up from day one we've been very excited to be able to, put it together ourselves, and especially, after so many years of, for me at least, teaching, other choreography that wasn't my own.
Yeah.
It's, and these are my roots as well. So it's really awesome to just be able to bring my own creativity and knowledge into a program. So it's exciting.
Yeah, I can imagine. Well, I'm excited to do the workout, and now that we've had this call together, it's even going to be more real for me. I imagine everybody else on the call that when you're telling us to do something, we're going to go, yeah, that's Jericho talking to us. So
I'm excited. Yeah, it's a really fun program. I think you guys are going to like it.
Oh, I know we will. So, well, I think, it looks like I've answered or got most of the questions answered that were popping up on chat. So we'll let you go. Maybe you can see your baby before you have to go to your next call.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I had a long day at work, and I think my hubby just got home, so I'll
go see
with her for a few minutes and then pop on the other call. Yeah. But thank you all so much, and we're super excited to get the program out to you guys, and can't wait to hear what you think about it.
Thank you again for getting on with us. Tell everybody, tell hubby and baby we said hello.
I sure will. Thank you guys so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.